Okay, so it's a bit later in the day. Greg's sitting right across from me, so I feel awkward. I'm like, but I wanted to do like a what I eat in a day, because I want to make a sushi bake later, which I'm going to show, well, later. And I'm going to have lunch in a second, which is going to gross Greg out, and I just thought that would be fun to show. Because I was craving this. I went to the store with my mom specifically to get this. Greg's looking at like...
I see the ingredients to something.
Yeah, we'll see. But I wanted to backtrack really quick and talk about the two things that I did show earlier in the vlog. First of all, that macadamia or macadamia nut milk. It's so good. You need to try it. You. And you. It's white chocolate. I haven't tried it plain actually, but in my smoothie it's really good. I don't think I've ever tried regular macadamia nut milk, but I do like macadamia nuts a lot, so maybe I'll try that next. But it was really good. And I'm not a big milk person. Like, even before I was vegan, I never really liked milk that much, so for me to say it's really good means something. But also another thing that I showed, which I used to make the smoothie, the Lisa Frank Blend Jet, which I don't even know if Greg knows my thoughts on this. Greg doesn't like it because I woke him up with it a couple times.
No.
But I feel like there's something on my mouth. Is there something on my mouth? Okay. But I have a couple thoughts. I like it just because it's Lisa Frank, and I put off getting it for like a year because I'm like, I don't need it. Don't really need it. It's just cute. But then I caved at the end of last year and I got it because I'm a 90s kid. I like Lisa Frank's stuff when I was younger. I still pick up some stuff like that if I think it's cute now, but it's not really a practical blender, I wouldn't say, because the thing is, I'll start with the good stuff actually. I think it would be good if you travel and you just want to have a blender with you and you have a place to plug it in to charge it. I think it would be good just to keep it small if that's what you want to do. But with that being said, well, actually I vlogged at the end of last year. It was supposed to be a Christmas vlog that I never posted because I just didn't get around to editing it, and I didn't want to post a 2022 vlog in 2023, so I just let it go. But I started at the beginning of the week in that vlog, and I said, okay, we're going to see how many smoothies I can make out of a full charge on this thing. And I got 4, but I was thinking about it and that might not be accurate because especially when you're using frozen fruit, it gets stuck a lot and the blade just kind of gets jammed, and the blade just does like a weird humming noise. And if you press the button too many times, it's going to burn through the battery, so you might, depending on how like stubborn your smoothie is, you might not get 4 out of it. Because there were times when I had to keep pressing it and then it died like in the middle. Like there's been times where I had like half frozen banana still left and I couldn't blend it. And another stupid thing, if I was in charge at Blend Jet here, which I think is probably all the Blend Jets, I think this is considered a Blend Jet 2 actually. The Lisa Frank's probably just like, you know, an addition, but they're probably all the same. But what I would do is have it that you're able to plug it into a wall and use it, because you can't do that. Even if you plug it in, if it dies, you have to just wait till it charges.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird to me. And another thing, I was thinking of this morning, is I feel like if the lid is off, it should detect that and not activate the button. Especially when you're like, this is travel, take it on the go. Like, it could probably get bumped. And if you have the lid off and you press the button, it blends. So you'll have a mess. So I feel like there's a couple things that has to be fixed, but what? Oh, Mittens is outside. I just showed a little clip of her rolling around, so that's like right now. Greg's watching her. She's more adventurous for Greg. Like, I talk to her, I give her the treats. We give her treats too.
Well, I'm usually pretty hands off, so I guess I just gotta let her explore a little bit and do everything.
Yeah.
I don't really say a whole lot.
I was at the store with my mom and I like got a notification that there was movement on the camera, and I look and she has her butt in the air like under a chair. I'm like, are you watching her?
She's on the blanket again.
She's on the blanket.
Another treat.
Yeah, I tossed some treats there, so she just kind of digs through. But no, so the blender, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it just because you can't use it while it's plugged into the wall. It might die mid-blend and then you're kind of screwed. Like, I had to undo it and put it in like the Ninja. Highly recommend the Ninja. The Ninja's great. And for the price, I think you could get something bigger, and you probably get accessories and stuff with it too. Like for that, you get the big one, the 2 little ones, a food processor attachment, so you get a lot more for around the same price. And again, I feel like everybody's like, you know, it's portable, you can take it with you, but it's not that, like, I don't know, discreet. Like, it's still a blender, and I would take it maybe to like my uncle's or something if I'm really on the go and in a hurry, but I wouldn't be taking it like everywhere with me because it still looks weird, like you're still carrying around a blender. So oh, and another weird thing too is that you have to take the lid off every time. I know that sounds like a, oh, what a big deal thing, but it's not really like handy if you have a smoothie to keep taking the lid on and off, I think. I don't know, because I would just stick a straw in or just take a sip. So it's not really as travel friendly, I don't think, as they make it seem, and it just doesn't blend that good. And also, it's a 1 banana blender, and I am a 2 banana girl. I know that sounds really weird, but I like 2 bananas in my smoothies, so to have to like put one in, blend it, put another one in, blend it, it's just kind of a pain. But I mean, I like it, it's cute, and it's you know, I'm gonna use it. I used it today, obviously, but I wouldn't recommend getting one or any kind of blend jet. Probably I would just get, yeah, I'll just get a regular blender. But with that being said, I'm gonna move on to lunch, and I thought I would show you. I'll make the sandwich first, and then I'll tell you about it. Greg, get ready. There's mustard involved.
Yeah, I figured. I noticed it there. Is it a really gross sandwich?
I literally just hit record. I think I got that in there.
I regret nothing.
Greg said this is a gross.
It's a gross sandwich. That's all I'm gonna say.
He said it's a gross sandwich. So what you do, take bread, take some spicy brown mustard, take some chow cheese. I use 2 slices, and then some of these sweet or spicy sweet chili Doritos. Put it on. You put the other piece of bread on, push it down, shove more chips in, push it down, and you have the best sandwich ever. So that's gonna be my lunch. Then extra chips, of course, and half of a bottle of Coke watered down. So part of what I eat today. Let me know if you think this is gross or if you do this too. My battery just died, but I asked Greg, what is it that he doesn't like? Is it the mustard or the chips? And he said it's just the cold cheese. Yes. Yeah, it's just the cold cheese.
Not just everything.
Would you
the cold cheese is the first thing, and then the mustard.
But yeah, he also said that I'd put mayo on too instead of mustard, and which is gross. Which is more gross to you, mayo or mustard? Mayo. But yeah, you could swap it out with mayo too. I didn't even talk about that, but that's also a good sandwich. You know what used to be good before I was vegan? It was a summer sausage sandwich, and it would be summer sausage, chips, like regular plain potato chips, and butter on bread. It was delicious. That's something that I want to try to come up with one day. If I can ever find a product like that, I kind of want to try to make something. Summer sausage. Or Lebanon bologna. That's what, I don't know what you call it.
Lebanon bologna.
But yeah, so that is lunch, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so it's a bit later in the day. Is there crap in the background? There's some crap. I have to do some of the dishes. But I have a bit of a project in mind that I want to do. So I have this empty candle jar from Caitlin, one of her candles, Blooming Rose Candle Company. I'll leave the link below because she just made some tarts that are really cute for like Valentine's Day and springtime, and I ordered some of those. I'll probably show them in the next vlog. But I asked her, like, how can I clean this out? What's the best way to do it? And she said that you can pour hot water in here, and then as it cools, the bottom, like the wax and stuff, will float to the top, and you can just pick it out. And I do have a little video of me pouring in the hot water, and it kind of starting to bubble up. So I'll show that here. I want to go to Lowe's and get a cactus or some kind of a flower, but cacti, whatever, I seem to have the best luck with because I can keep them alive for like a year and a half, where other stuff not so much. Or orchids. Orchids I can keep alive pretty long too. Usually the tropical plants last like a year and a half for me, and then, well, pretty much everything lasts a year and a half for me, and then it's done. But I want to get something that I can put in here, so we'll see when we come back. I was thinking of dumping this out and then filling it again with hot water, but think that would ruin the purpose of what I'm doing, so we'll just see where it's at when I come back. Okay, so we're back from the store. I dumped out the candle stuff because it's pretty much the same, but I'm gonna put hot water in here again and do it one more time because you can see there's still little pieces in there, and where like the wicks were, there's a little bit of stuff, so I think it needs to be melted one more time and then it'll be good. This is what's gonna go in there, which I think will be perfect. I almost got one that was smaller and like just kind of like chubby, but this one was tall. I saw 3 of them. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is great. But I don't know like in what condition this is in right now, so I feel like I probably should water it. It's cactus straw flower, but it says with decorative flower, but there was no decorative flower, and I don't like that about flowers. I don't like when they have like artificial stuff involved in them. I think it just kind of ruins it. And then, how did I pronounce this one? Tillandsia? Tillandsia. I had to Google it to make sure. How cute is this? It's like a little spaceman with this little thing. And the lady at the checkout, she said that it'll have little white flowers blooming off of it. So I thought that'd be cute. I thought it was on sale, but it wasn't. But it wasn't that expensive, so I just thought that was super cute. I love stuff like that. Ad Astra. Product story, meeting to the stars in Latin. Ad Astra embraces out-of-this-world design with a blend of ceramics and chromatic metallics. So I don't know where I'll stick this. Usually the stuff goes in the sunroom, but now with mittens in there, I don't want to put a cactus in there, and I think it's too cold right now anyway. So once I get this figured out, probably right here, I'll insert a little video of how this turns out. So this is my little pot setup. The second round with the hot water got everything out, and I just scrubbed the outside with some rubbing alcohol to get the label off. I'm sorry, Caitlin, I took it off. But I was thinking, I mean, it looks cute as it is, but I was thinking you could paint this, or even, I kind of want to get like a decal or stickers or something to put on it just to kind of fancy it up a bit. I think it looks cute just as it is, but, oops, it's getting blurry. But yeah, just thought I would show my little setup. And then, oh, well, now I'm gonna make a sushi casserole kind of thing. I found a few recipes that I wanted to try. Well, not recipes, but that sounded good, and I'm just kind of combining them into my own thing, just kind of winging it. So I will record, I'll leave the recipe below, and then it's probably gonna be the end of the video, I think. I'll come back and say what I think of it, but then that'll be it.